was good. They brought the big boy plane out for us. I wasn't mad. Yeah, I wasn't mad at that. I slept probably like 3 hours.
How much work was done to, I guess everything is covered, but just throwing the football, pitch and catch, um, connecting, protecting, all of that?
I mean, I think everybody. The main thing was we have like three phases into what we try to do. And so the first phase was fundamentals, and that was for everybody. So, like you said, if it was quarterbacks, it was footwork fundamentals and getting a receiver so it'd be easy pitch and catch on things. O linemen, making sure they get their steps right as far as pass blocking and run in the run game as well. So it was for everybody involved, not just offense, but also defense, to make sure that it was getting back to the fundamentals so we could still be fundamentally sound when it comes to game time.
You think we got better?
Yes, sir.
JT, what's your assessment of this Clemson defensive line, and where would they compare to maybe some of the other teams you face this year?
Yeah. I mean, I got some dudes, that's for sure. I think they're up there near the top as far as just disrupting things. I think as a defensive line, that's what you try to do is just cause havoc. I think they do a good job of that. The defense as a whole, they have a lot of things that they like to do, which makes them not predictable. So you kind of you have an idea of what they like to do, but then too you don't know because they got a mix of everything.
JT, how ready do you feel this offense is for this game on this biggest stage? And you want to be playing your best this time of the year. I mean, where do you see this offense?
I like where we're at right now. I think we're gonna be at a good place. I think with the preparation this week for game week, just polishing up things that we already did in bowl practice. I think we're gonna be ready when game time comes. So I like where we're at. I have confidence in the things that we're doing. I think, like I said, with the extra preparation we have this week, I think it's gonna be really good for us, and it just help us all to be more right for the game.
You told me you felt like the passing game was right there, just a little hits there or whatever. You guys worked. I know Coach Beckman talked about it. You worked real hard in practice to fine tune. Where's the passing game right
Like I said, we just got a good spot. I think as a whole on the offense, I think we're trusting in what the coaches are telling us as far as players, believing in the fundamentals, and then also too the things that are being called and going out there and execute them to the best we can. So, like I said, I like where we're at. I think what we're gonna do this next week is gonna all more help us. So we'll see.
JT, you and Deshaun Watson became friends from the quarterback camp, and you know each other well. Did you guys ever talk about or even dream about meeting each other with this sort of stakes on the line?
Nah, I mean, we talk about it at the beginning of the season, kind of like any top team in the country. You see yourself at the end of the year being in the playoffs and things like that. And it was like early in the year, it was like, all right, brother, hopefully I see you at the end. And sure enough, we're here. But like I said, I think as individuals, we had that set out for ourselves and our teams. But then I think being friends and being able to go against each other just makes it all the better.
JT, two of these teams are pretty young. Experience is overrated.
I don't think it's overrated. I think it comes into play at different times when it needs to be. I think also too is how your season goes has a lot to do with that. How experienced you could be. I think with our schedule and the way things played out, I think we grew up really fast. And I mean the road games we had, and also too just the tight games in general. I think that helped us a lot in being able to get the experience we needed to put ourselves in a position to play at this type of game. So I think that plays a lot into it, how your season goes. Because I feel like if it was not challenging to a young team, then there's going to be time where they were challenging, they may not respond the way they needed to.
What's your thoughts on Ben Boulware and just kind of the way he played the game?
Man, he's around the ball. I think with him, he's just one of those playmakers, ball seeker. Like I think he does a great job of like deciphering plays, like what the offense is trying to do. I think he's instinctive in that way, but he's definitely a ball player. Finds himself around the ball a lot.
Considering how many big games the program plays in, how does this feel any different than any other
Well, I think as Ohio State we do play in a lot of big games, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say like this is another game because it's not. Like we're talking about the college football playoffs and we're talking about the chance to go play for a national championship. So just to sit there and say that, I think that's not the truth. But I think we understand what it takes in order to win the big games because the preparation that we put into it. But it still intensifies and just there's more focus into these type of this type of game because knowing the responsibility and the stakes that's within it.
you look at all of the history of Ohio State national championships, you see that how much does that make you kind of lock in this week? Make you want to be part of that?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think about that really. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you came because you understand the tradition and things like that. But when it comes into game weeks and playing for a national championship, you try to focus in on the moment and understand it's already a responsibility of playing for Ohio State. But then also too is just make sure that you go out there and play your best. So I think I don't know. I never really thought about it, but definitely there's already a responsibility to be an Ohio State player. So you just try to go out there and play best for the fans and for your teammates.
You mind just, you said in Columbus, you got to pitch the scooter, you're the guy. I mean, you get to play in the playoffs. What does that mean to you, having that opportunity? And legacies are shaped by the Michigan game, but these, as you just talked about a little bit, that's on the line in a way.
Yeah. So last time we was in playoffs, wasn't able to get to play. I mean, there's really nothing I could do about it with a broken leg. So with that, I tried to do my best to help this team as far as just being a leader from the sidelines, and we was able to win. So happy all about that. And then too, so now I get a chance to play in the playoffs and try to achieve the goal of helping our team win a national championship by playing. So it's an exciting thing. Something that I said early on was like it's one of my goals I wrote down freshman year was to win a national championship, and we won one, but I wasn't able to play in it. So it was a little different. But now being able to get a chance to play, it's definitely exciting. Very grateful for just being injury free and this season being able to play. So I'm happy to go out there and play with the guys.
Is Noah Brown capable of being that game breaker like he was at Oklahoma?
Yeah, I feel so. I think at times he gets a lot of attention because I think the other team understands that if you get one-on-one coverage, like Noah wins a lot of times, so they try to, play cloud coverage to his side or zone to his side. So if he gets man coverage, then yeah, that's where he shines because he's our ex. But I mean, I think he's doing a great job of just doing the best he can to help our team. But I think he's definitely a guy that could, show out in the game, and I wouldn't be surprised.
He attracts a lot of attention, so it's tough. Yeah.
Correct.
So I'm going to get a good play. Add any extra motivation to go
I don't know if it's added motivation. I think you already get a lot of motivation playing in the playoffs, so I don't know if there's too much more to add. But I mean, we just tried to do our best with the cards we were dealt in order to focus on our season. We lost to Penn State. Penn State ended up winning out their games and playing in the Big Ten championship, which was great for them. Do we want to be there? Absolutely. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, chips fall where they may, and that's the way it worked out. But I don't think there's added motivation. I mean, talking about the playoffs, so you don't need a lot more than that.
JT, what are your thoughts on people say that you should have to win your conference championship to be in the playoffs?
I don't have a lot to say. I mean, that's not. I mean, the decision wasn't up to me. I think, regardless, I think the best teams should be picked, and I think that was the focus of the whole playoffs. Is that the four best teams make sure that they're in the playoffs to go play for national championship. So, if that means you won a conference championship, or if you didn't win a conference championship, then that's what it'd be like. I feel like even in 2014, like we were still one of the four best teams. Like it just didn't matter. And even last year, I felt like we were just one of the four best teams. It just didn't turn out because how we lost at the end of that year. So I don't know. It seems like it goes back and forth every year, but I mean, we're just trying to make sure that we do our best with our season in order to put us in a position to be in the playoffs, and we did that.
Is it fair when experts say that this game could come down to who plays better between you and Deshaun?
Is it fair to say that? I mean, I really don't know. I think a lot of focus is on the quarterback play, which I mean, that's to each his own opinion, but also too, it's not just about how me and him plays. There's a lot of factors that go in as far as special teams, defense, things that we really can't control. But I know we're going to try to do our best to make sure our offenses are clicking. So, I mean, that's just. I think quarterback play is definitely a main part of the equation as far as winning a game, but I mean, it's not everything. I would say.
Clemson's defense, you mentioned the defensive line earlier. What else about their defense stands out to you that they do?
Like I said, it was just a lot of coverages, a lot of fronts, just switched up. It's almost like they just don't want you to catch a beat on what they're trying to do, so they throw a lot of things at you, and I think that's just hard to pick up on because normally throughout the season you kind of get in the feel of when you watch film of how a team likes to play. So with that, with this team, it's not really like that because it's different for each and every game. They have certain game plans just for certain opponents. It's not like we're going to do this. It doesn't matter who we play. We're going to change it up depending on who we play. So that makes it a little difficult. But their defense that flies to the ball, I feel like plays hard for one another and their coaches. So it'd be exciting to go against them.
Do they remind you of anybody that you played already this year?
No.
They're totally different.
Yeah, just I feel like I said, like when you go against a team, you have a feel for what they're trying to do, but it's different for each opponent. Like when they played NC State, like that game plan was totally different than what it was for Louisville or for Pitt. Like it changes each and every week. It's not based on what they want to do. It's what the offense does, and they try to formulate their game plan off that. So this year we haven't won a defense that was like that really. Yeah. So I mean, we was met at Elite 11 camp, high school camp. We were counselors in 2015. So kind of grew a friendship from there, and with his play, definitely respect his game. I think he's passionate about playing ball. I think that's something that definitely shows when he plays, and just loves playing the game and loves being around the dudes. And so with that, a lot of respect for that. Just knowing that he's out there trying to do his best each and every week and playing hard for his brothers. You can see that in the way he plays.
What's different about you two guys as far as the style of play?
I don't know if there's a lot different. We both run the ball a lot. Both spread offenses, zone read stuff. I don't know. We do a lot of the same type of stuff. I remember when I was a freshman, the coordinators or offensive staff they exchange ideas. I think Clemson came to us, or we went to Clemson 1 and 2, so we run similar styles of offense. And I don't know. I think we have more play action stuff, being our run game focus. That's just offense in general, but I don't think there's a lot.
How about you and Deshaun? How about you and Deshaun?
That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot.
Y'all the same?
Yeah,
Similar players?
yeah. Like I think the style that has him throw the ball a lot more. Um, but as far as like offenses and what our offenses ask us to do, I don't really see a difference.
How do you feel when you hear people say Ohio State's struggling to throw?
I don't. I don't feel anything for real. I think it's opinion. I think that is oftentimes people on the outside looking in, and so
5 minutes, please.
with that being said, they don't have a full understanding of actual the things that actually go on within a certain play. I mean, do we struggle at times? Absolutely. But then in the course of this year, I was we were throwing the ball for like 230 yards a game for consecutive games, and we were still talking about how we were struggling, which I didn't understand that really, which is perfectly fine. I don't need to understand. It really doesn't gonna bother me either way because I'm gonna go out there and try to play my best. So it really doesn't affect me at all, honestly, just because a lot of times that's a perspective from the outside looking in, which is it's okay.
So you're satisfied with how you guys have done that? I just spoke to Coach Warner. Maybe it's just coaches always wanting to do whatever you're doing better.
Yeah.
You're satisfied with what you guys are doing?
I don't. Yeah. So I feel like we're at a good place. I don't. I mean, we're never really satisfied in this game of football. We're always trying to progress and get better. I feel like that's the approach he's coming from, in which I'm coming to because I definitely a competitor. And obviously, want to get better. So satisfied. I don't think that's the word. But to go out and say that we can't throw, we're not a well passing offense or we can't throw the ball. I think that's a little reach. Yeah, I think that's difficult to prepare for. I feel like because we have things in our offense that it could be me, Kurt, or Mike run the ball. So I think it's definitely difficult for defenses in that way. But I don't know. I think just keep them guessing because you don't really know. It could be either one of us.
With the way that their defense keeps offensive guessing, is that even doubly important, knowing how multiple they go on defense and being able to mix it up like that?
Yeah, I feel so. I think that plays a part into it. I think I don't know with us, it's probably not much as a focus of like offense. I mean, you don't want them to know your play, so it's always like you keep them guessing. So as far as like who's running the ball, there's some triple option things we've shown, which they have to prepare for because that's something that may come into the game, but not. I don't know. We always try to keep the defense guessing, so it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what they do. Their aggressive style defense. He's not going to let you sit back and march the ball downfield. He's going to definitely take his shots at you as a coordinator, which that's been his style. And so I feel that way, that he's not going to change in that approach. He's not going to let us just move the ball downfield and sit back in coverage. He's going to take his chances and come after us.
Yes, you've talked through bowl practice. Has there been a theme, a saying, anything that Urban Meyer has tried to drill into your head more than other things?
It's just we've been counting down the days. It's 4 days till game time, and also 9 units strong. So the 9 units strong is just making sure that all the position groups, there's 9 position groups or 9 units, like we like to call it. So make sure that they're at their best when it comes to game time because if we're at our best 9 units strong, then we have a great chance to win that game.
Like this game is on your shoulders, and
I feel like Nitty, especially at Ohio State, like as a quarterback, I feel like every game is really on your shoulders. Like oftentimes when we lose a football game, the quarterback play has a lot to do with it. So I don't think this game makes that any different than any other game. I think intensity is definitely heightened and people are more focused and things of that nature. But I don't think that, or I think that's something that's always part of the game as far as playing at Ohio State. So if you want to say that's on my shoulders, I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. That's why I came to Ohio State to play in games like this. So to say it's on my shoulders, I'm not backing down from that or shying away from that.
One more question for JT.
If you played here last year, is there anything, I mean, as far as the location, the routine, anything that helps the fact that you guys are playing in the stadium like that?
Yeah, the things you just talked about. So the routine of the game week, which we're in the game week right now, and how things flow in that. And also, too, I guess the familiarity of just being at the same spot again. We're in the same hotel. I don't know if I'm in the same room, but every hotel room looks the same, so it might as well be. So I think there's a comfort level within that. But then, too, I don't know how much it will be for our team just because we have all these new guys. And some guys that came last year and probably didn't have a lot of focus within the game. They helped us on the scout team and things like that, but these guys are now playing for us. So that's a whole new routine for those guys, which I know I have my own personal routine, and I'm going to try to help them any way I can to make sure that they can be at their best as well.
All righty.